confused. JM on the track, JM on the track. In ADP production. Married in. With Queen and Chris. Welcome to Married in Shit. Married in Shit. One spot for the spicy, one spot for the sweet. It's Married in Shit. 11 years in and you know that the marriage on fleek. Married in Shit.
Welcome back. We here, at the house.
At the house.
Like we're supposed to be. Like we're supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
All right, so today is a little bit different. We literally just thought about this.
Today.
Yeah, today about an hour and a half ago.
Can I take this off now?
You put it. That's your choice.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yes,
let me just say.
the Queen is here, sporting her newest creation. She has a mask that she's made herself with a matching, what's it called, a duster?
Duster.
Matching duster. You want to stand up and show the people what we got,
That's good.
Look, pictures will be online. Check her out on IG and all that stuff.
Look.
But yeah, you're fogging up your glasses, so you might want to take your mask off. And ain't nobody sick here.
I swear. Whew, okay. My glasses fogging up. I swear I don't got hot breath, but.
Oh, she got hot breath.
My breath ain't hot.
Steaming.
My breath ain't hot.
Melting the frames off.
My breath was not hot, but whoo, that thing. Whew, yeah.
All right, so I apologize for my tired look. I've been in the house all day.
All day.
Doing absolutely nothing.
Okay, I can't say that part though.
I've been working. All right, look. So I worked, but I've never had the type of job where you could work from home.
Right.
And so now that I have this capability and the, for lack of better words, permission to do so, I have to say it's been it's like a catch-22.
It is. Absolutely.
On one end, I don't have to get up and throw on my work clothes and all that stuff, get in the car, use all that gas and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then, on the other hand, it's hard to work when you're at home.
I think it's just because it's hard to work from home when you're not used to working from home. Mm-hmm. I work from home on occasions already. So for me, this is like a no-brainer. I'm already in my rhythm. I'm already in my flow. I know what working from home is like. However, working from home and being home with everybody, that's a new thing.
I definitely made the experience better.
You just gonna be full of yourself today?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're gonna do?
Yep. Sip on my drink and my drink. That's what it's driven us to.
Yes.
How many days has it been?
Yo, today we haven't even really started. That's the thing. I
think today was the first day. No.
Yes. So we're in the Kansas City metro area, and we start our official mayor ordered stay-at-home order. We started tomorrow. But before that, we've been working from home last week.
Yeah.
But the kids were on spring break, so we just kind of let them do whatever.
Yeah.
Last week, we wanted them to actually have a spring break.
We let them go outside and play and risk bringing the coronavirus into the house. I swear.
Look, baby was going to daycare.
I swear it was not done intentionally. I didn't think about it until Thursday, and I was like,
they been outside playing with the kids.
We're the people that we've been talking about.
We were. Kids was having, I can't even say play dates. They was just playing outside. The baby was still going to school, to the daycare, because she's at Montessori, so she don't go by public school, rules or whatever.
Really, it's her fault. Look, let me tell you something. All right, look, I remember, I don't want to say back in the day because we're not old, but when we first started paying for child, I swear it used to be, if your child didn't come, it feels like for the whole week, if your child didn't attend daycare, you would pay half price for that week or something like that. But this lady, she like I said, we don't want to put a name out there, but she charges the full amount just for your child having a spot.
Baby, I just don't think you was very present when it came to child care
Because
costs.
now you're trying to make me sound like a deadbeat.
Okay,
I was
you
always
sound like
there.
a deadbeat. What I'm saying though is, with the exception of when our children went to a home daycare, and way back when Anaya first started, we was on like child care subsidy. Like outside of those two, for the most part, every daycare you paid, whether your child was there 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, 2 hours, 9 hours, 36 hours. It was whatever the weekly price.
Zero.
Even zero.
We in the wrong line of work. The wrong line of work.
Yeah, you always had to pay. The only time I did not pay is when one time the daycare gave me, I can't even say it was the hookup, but when the girls didn't go during the summertime, I technically disenrolled them, and then I re-enrolled them when it came time for school, when they didn't go in the summertime. Outside of that, yes, you still have to pay. You get your vacation week where you pay half price.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. But
Yeah.
she don't even give a vacation week.
She does get vacation week.
Does she?
Yes.
I swear I feel like this would be the same amount of money leaving the account every pay period. I'm just like, man,
Every
look,
2 weeks.
Look, fam, look.
$63 every 2 weeks.
We pay more in child care for one kid, than we pay for both of our cars. Mm-hmm. Or it's pretty much around the same.
More. It's more.
I cannot.
But okay, that's not what we're here to talk about today. I completely understand what you're saying, but yeah. That's a problem for another day. Today we are talking about how to survive being quarantined with your significant other,
Which is great.
your kids,
It's not so great.
maybe your parents.
Hell no. No.
I'm just saying in general.
No.
I'm just saying it. So just
Absolutely
surviving.
not.
There's some people that live with their parents. We're just saying
Move
surviving.
out. Move out. Look, move out.
No, you don't know everybody's situation. Because I fully intend for the girls to stay with us until they are 100% on their feet.
You're looking for a job, hit me up. I'll show you the way.
Anyway, but surviving the quarantine, because I really think a lot of cities and states are moving towards this 30 days, keep your ass in the house unless you are essential,
I'm trying to babysit
business.
It tastes good.
Oh,
I'm trying to babysit it, but
you don't gotta babysit it.
it's not gonna last.
You can
the
just
whole
kind of
show.
like go off the frame real quick. Like, I don't know if I'm off the frame, but just go off the frame,
I don't think you're
pour a
off the
little
frame.
drink. I don't know if I'm outside the frame. Pour a little drink, and just do a re-up real quick.
That's what it's, okay. All right. That's the sound I'm gonna make when I refill my drink. Everybody's gonna know exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, it's been rough. And I'm like I said, we're just gonna tell you all what we've done. I don't know if it's gonna work for you, and as you're listening to this episode, drop some nuggets, in the comments, and maybe we'll pick something up.
Yeah, let us know what you've been doing. So for me so far, well, for us, I don't want to say for me.
Okay.
For us so far, I think the number one thing is all of these Instagram lives by different DJs, different musical artists.
Yes, that's been pretty hot.
And then we've had our own music session. So I think between all of that, music in general has really been like zen and relaxing.
But
I can't even say relaxing all the time, but just like hype.
What did start it?
Okay, so we had our own music session. Was it
What did
Saturday?
start with?
It started because we was talking about something and we realized the kids didn't know how to do the electric slide.
No, it was. Oh yeah, that was. We are absolute trash for that. By the way, just letting y'all know, because the oldest one is 11.
Yeah.
And
they had no clue.
But that's not what sparked it.
We was looking at something else first.
Yeah, we were looking at something.
No, you know what it was? So a friend of mine from our college, Albany State, she did an Instagram live.
Unsinkable Albany State University.
Home of the Golden Rams. Put that in there, HBCU. She did a Facebook Live of her soul. I think it's called soul line dancing, but it's like line dancing for Black people. Soul line dancing, and she was doing her soul line dancing. And so, you know, I always want to support friends when they have IG lives, Facebook lives, whatever it is. I try to be on, you know, to show support. And so she was doing her soul Facebook Live, and while we was, I had the kids to come and do it with me. And while they was doing it, these poor babies ain't had no rhythm, like none.
Well, see, the song, it just randomly, I don't think that's what made it happen. But
I thought that's what sparked, because remember we was doing that first, and then maybe we just started listening to music. I can't remember what it went to. For
some strange reason, just out of, you know, random thought, the song Word Up by Cameo just popped up in my head.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, I want to hear that song. And I just turned the speakers all the way up and blasted Word Up, and we got into the groove. So, you know, that sparked it for me. By the way, if you don't know what Word Up is, then
yeah, shame on you.
Yeah, shame on you. You're probably too young to listen to this podcast too. But keep listening.
So we had our music session. We taught the girls how to do the electric slide. We taught them the Cupid shuffle. We taught them what's the other one? The cha-cha slide. Like all the typical. I mean, well,
I wouldn't say we didn't teach them. We just turned on.
Well, I mean, we also.
I think the only one we taught them was the electric slide, because when I was thinking about the electric slide, I didn't want to. I feel like, look, let's be real. I feel like there's a certain song, a certain group of people learn the electric slide to, and then there's another, you know, there's another song that us that we learned the electric slide to. So I naturally thought about Candy.
And that's fine, but we still taught them the electric slide.
I mean, yeah, but yes. I'm just saying, but you know, I'm saying that's the only one where we didn't actually put a video on the big TV and was like, look, just do what they're doing.
We did do the video, because remember we played the
the Best
scene,
Man.
Yeah, the scene from Best Man.
Yeah, and the song was?
It was Candy.
Candy.
Yes, and yeah.
Like candy, I can feel it when you walk. Even all right, don't get me started, because I can roll all night. Look, I'm gonna let you know, I had a blast. But music definitely took me a long way. And the very next day, that was
Saturday.
That was Saturday.
That was Saturday because it was the same day as DJ Nice. He was on Instagram Live, and he did 9 hours. Oh my gosh, it was
lovely. That's all we played all day. I'm pretty sure them kids was tired of us.
They were. And then the next day was either the same day or the next day. Anthony Hamilton had his, which I loved. I loved how real it was. He was there with his ashy feet, barefoot, in his living room. It was a whole vibe. And then
you started with ashy feet. I'm sorry. My mind just stopped right there at ashy feet. I was like, okay.
But I loved it because it was so real.
You loved his ashy feet?
I love Anthony Hamilton. And then John Legend had his, and Questlove.
Yeah, because that's what you was like, John Legend can really sing. And I was like, okay, yeah.
I knew.
Yeah, he can definitely sing.
I knew John Legend can sing, but you know, there's a lot of artists out there where you have the studio version of their voice, and then you have the real live version of their voice.
Like how everybody thought, like, say for T-Pain, nobody thought T-Pain could actually sing.
Exactly.
Until he hit The Masked Singer, and I was like, damn.
And I was one of them.
I had never heard his real voice.
That's exactly what I mean. Like T-Pain.
When I think of T-Pain, I think of the song Chopped and Screwed he did with Lucas.
And that's not his voice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, T-Pain can sing. And when he was on Masked Singer, you know, I called it from like episode 1. I was like, that's T-Pain. That's his voice. I know it. I love T-Pain singing.
Fun fact, he was also on the 25th anniversary of We Are the World.
I didn't know that.
Yes, when all that stuff went down in Haiti, Lionel Richie came back and, I don't know if it was Lionel Richie because Jamie Foxx kind of introduced the video, but, Lionel Richie finished it off with a little insert and you could see him in the clips, but they brought...
I have to go check it out.
Like, it started with, like, Justin Bieber, so, like, young Justin, and I think it finished off with, you had people as young as Justin Bieber at the time, and you had people as old as, like
Smokey?
No, Smokey was. I wish. They wish. But like Busta Rhymes was on there with the haircut. Busta Rhymes.
Oh wow!
So this was recent. I can't remember exactly what year it was when everything went down to Haiti. But yeah, I watched. And what led me to that, and it got me to thinking because the day after, like, wow, because you went hard in the paint on the DJ stuff. I was in and out, but Sunday was when I realized Michael Jackson has enough music for you to just play his shit all day long.
Yeah.
I did not know that. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. Look, I don't care what y'all got to say about him. I'm a Michael Jackson fan. Jesus Christ, he was so talented.
Yeah. I think it just,
he's a little weird, but
yeah, he's weird, but
it
was weird. Yeah.
God bless his heart.
Yeah, but I think it just goes to show, how much music can, like, it's so uplift. It can put you in whatever mood. It can just completely change your whole, outlook. Because you can be so lazy. And that's how it was for me Saturday. Like, I was so lazy, just, like, laying around the house. And I put on that DJ Nice, and I was like,
I'm still on the whole Michael Jackson factor.
And see?
Michael Jackson, to me, was like the Kobe Bryant of basketball.
Yeah.
Because he came in during an era. I think Off the Wall came out in like 79. We weren't even sparkles in our dad's eyes in 79. You know what I'm saying? I think, Off the Wall came out like 79 or 80 or something like that. I might be wrong. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but I think it was one of his, and he still had albums that was dropping like when we were in high school. And I was like, yo, he went through an era. He went through eras of music and remained relevant through all of them. To me, that's Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Well, it's funny you mentioned it. How like I was doing like my DJ Nice thing, and you was doing the Michael thing, because that kind of goes into the next thing that we are trying to make sure we do to survive this quarantine, and that's to have separation and alone time. Like, even though we do try to make sure we like watch a movie together, or we still have like we'll have breakfast as a family, we still want to make sure we have time away from each other. Like, I need my time by myself so I can miss you again. Like, give me my time.
Makes sense.
And I know we kind of did that Sunday. Like, I had my headphones in and I was listening to DJ D Nice, and I was like sewing, and I think I was maybe working on some business stuff, and I think you was like on your PlayStation, or maybe you was just kind of doing your own thing, just having separate time from each other. Yes,
because I can tell you, look, being around somebody, you listen to all the lovey-dovey songs they talk about morning, noon, and night. It's not realistic. It is not real. It is not realistic. That's honeymoon phase type shit. I don't even know if it's honeymoon phase. It might be dating phase. Look, cause we've had that.
And it was not good.
It was not good. I think at one point in time, we were working at a call center. We were both working at a call center. Anaya was young. She was,
less than 1.
Less than 1 years old, and I worked night shift because my classes were during the day, and she did the opposite. She worked day shift because she was in the school of business, and their classes were like in the evening. And it worked for the school schedule.
It worked. We should have left it there.
That's it. But she came up with the bright idea. I was like, hey, you know, maybe to save on gas and all that stuff, you know, just come on over to day shift. And she had like other people that worked day shift that were, hey, look, you know, come to day shift, you know, and all that stuff. And, you know, I think it worked out for a month. I don't know. I don't know.
Because it went up in flames so bad.
We woke up together. We rode to work. Woke up together. We dropped her off at daycare together. We get to work together. We took our breaks at about the same time. Well, not break. We didn't do breaks, but
we were together.
We did like lunch at the same time.
Day.
We left work at the same time, and it was just like,
I need a break from you, fam.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. It was one of them type situations, like Pops, you know. Love me some John Singleton, man.
Yeah,
I miss him too. Good man. Yes, we done lost a lot of.
Yeah,
we done lost some star power. Mm-hmm. I think randomly one day I'm just gonna look at like the decade and see.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that.
Why not?
It can be depressing, but
no, not in that sense. You know, I'm just thinking about the you know, because as talent goes out, you know, talent comes back in, and I guess it's the circle of life.
Yeah, but
shout out to Lion King.
We got
the original animated. Well, that's what we grew up on. All right, you know, all right, don't at me or do. I don't care. I'm probably not gonna respond.
You're not, because you're not on anything.
So
they can't even at you.
Social media for me, once again, like I said before, social media for me stopped at Facebook. The other stuff, that stuff getting folks in trouble left and right. Look at all the celebrities getting in trouble because of who pictures they liking and all these DMs and stuff like that. I don't have that problem.
I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, negate that you don't have that problem.
She don't have that problem either, by the way. Just
yes, I don't.
It's just, to me, it's just easy to not have all the extra stuff. I'm pretty sure she's gonna twist my arm, especially with, you know, this podcast. She's gonna twist my arm into getting something else out.
But yeah, you gotta have your alone time to, you know, have, you know, just be you. To just, like, for me, my alone time is silence. I don't want to hear nothing except for my music. I don't want to hear mommy. I don't want to hear what you gotta say. I just need my music, and that's it. Yeah.
Let's see. We talked about music for us, so live DJs and, you know, our little dance sessions at home, music sessions at home. We talked about, you know, that alone space. And the next thing I'd say is, look, you know, you gotta relax.
Yeah.
You've got to relax. We have, and, you know, I get it. This is all scary and stuff like that. You're hearing about these people, you know, you hear about the death toll just climbing higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And I get it. It's not something that, it's not normal.
Yes, it's not.
You know, it's not normal. I mean, it's happened in the past. If you look in the past, you're like, oh, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that?
But it's not your everyday.
But, you know, it's the coronavirus has been similar to like these wildfires out on the West Coast. You know, it just spread and spread and spread, and it seemed like there was nothing we could do about it. But I think amongst all of that, you know, I think a lot of people are doing too much. Like Queen was telling me that our neighbor across the street was absolutely flipping out online. When she found out that schools were closed pretty much throughout the duration of April, and she's basically having a meltdown on Facebook because she doesn't know.
I don't know how to teach 4th grade. I don't know. And I'm just like, listen. And this is not to, I'm sorry.
No.
This is not to downgrade any teacher, because I will be the first one to say teachers are underpaid. And teachers deserve a hell of a lot more respect.
I think I just felt all of our likes going up because of that. I just feel like I just want to sit up.
I'm the first one to say that. Like, I am the type of parent where although I cannot help you in the classroom, you let me know what you need. I'll buy you whatever you need. I'm that type of parent. If you don't have to worry about needing rubber bands or toothpicks for your science lesson, I'm your girl. I'm that type of parent because I feel like teachers already have enough to worry about on a day-to-day basis. So let me just put that disclaimer out there before I say what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say is,
I'm waiting on this too.
Fuck them class assignments. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Ain't no complaints here.
So
I felt that way when I was in school. Fuck this schoolwork.
We have a 6th grader, a 4th grader, and a 3-year-old. And they've already said that they're not doing standardized tests in our state this year. They've already said that. As of right now, by the time the kids go back to school, they'll have maybe 3.5 weeks of like physical in school, and that's if nothing changes.
That's if they go back to school. That is dumb.
If they go back, because there are other states. Our border state, Kansas, has already said y'all ain't coming back. We'll see y'all next year. Holla back.
That's a wrap. I mean, what they said, school will be closed until like April 23rd or 24th, whatever the date is. And I'm like, fam, they're gonna have less than 30 calendar days to finish school, and of those calendar days, at least 6 to 8 of them are weekends. Yeah. So it's just like,
and that's part of the reason why I'm like, fuck this schoolwork. Because now I'm definitely having my kids do whatever the teachers say they need to do. That's for a grade. I think right now, but I'm not worrying to the point of making sure that the kids, I'm about to say make sure it's out of frame. We can't, we don't got no sponsors, so we can't show no name brands.
Glass ain't got no logo on it. That's a
I'm just making sure when you pour it.
That's a, I think this glass came from Walmart.
It did come from Walmart.
Where it came from. No relation.
But like my 6th grader, for instance, I think in science they were learning about rocks. The 3 types of rocks. Sedimentary. I don't know the other ones.
They ain't even teach them how to skip them. They don't even teach them how to skip them. That's
so. My thing is that type of education is definitely needed. I'm not trying to downplay it at all. However, I'm more into real life learning for these next 30 days.
Like skipping them. Last time we talked about rocks.
I've never skipped rocks, so. Why are you looking at me like that?
You're gonna call me country like that. That's basically what you're saying. Okay.
I didn't say it.
All right, because
I'm just saying I have never skipped rocks.
On that note,
I have never skipped rocks. That's all I'm saying. But I'm not about to try and teach my child what the 3 types of rocks are. And I mean, thankfully, her science teacher, who I love,
I don't know what the 3 types of rocks are.
I don't know either.
Big, little,
and extra
and
little,
really big.
I mean, thankfully, her science teacher is real
rocks.
cool. And she was just like, I think she said, just watch this YouTube video that she linked, and that'll, and write like a paragraph about it. Thankfully, she's been real low key about it. Now, that's not to say it's going to change in the next few days. So I think whatever they're going to do for a grade, that's an actual grade, they will definitely do. But anything extra and beyond, they're not doing, because the other part of it is, I want our house to be a sanctuary. Like, even for us, I want our house to be, you come here to get to unpack your day. You come here and I want you to feel safe. I want you to feel relaxed. I want you to feel like this is where I can be me, and this is my zen area. You know what I mean? This is my zen. I don't want to then bring on, you got to do 15,000 assignments because your teacher know you at home, and you got to read, 45 books because...
Damn, libraries ain't even open. So
well, I mean, yeah.
We ain't buying no ebooks.
But that's why I'm like, people just need to relax and chill out. And I mean, maybe also because our kids were smart kids. They had the A's and the B's.
Go ahead. Toot the horn.
They was at the top of their class.
Go ahead,
You know what I mean?
Everyone,
toot. The kids at the top of the class. You know what I mean? They're already on the reading level for the next grade. They are on the comprehension level for the next grades. We're always trying to look at, okay, how can you be ahead of the curve? Mainly because of, your work. And knowing that we're going to have to leave wherever we are. So as long as they're ahead of the curve here, that will at least hopefully put them, in line for where we go next. And they're ahead of the curve. So I'm just like, listen, sit back, chill, watch your YouTube videos, and let's relax. And especially with all the misinformation that's out there, I don't want to scare the kids. I want them to be relaxed and be calm during this time.
I was thinking about you. I used to hate that shit. Do you remember when you was in school and, you show up to class or whatever, you walk in there, you be happy because you see a TV sitting in the front of the class and like, hell yeah, we watching a movie, cuz. Like, bet.
Yeah.
And then, like, at the end, when the bell's about to ring, the lights come back on, teacher be like, write a 3-page essay about what you just watched. Like, man,
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm still gonna.
Yeah, when I saw those assignments, I'm like, you want them to watch videos and write about them? Like,
well, I mean, I plan on doing the same thing because, like I said, shut your ass up.
I'm the fun parent, y'all.
I have fun.
I'm trying to.
But I do plan on doing the same thing with the girls. Like, for instance, we're gonna watch Self-Made by a video streaming service. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I was about to say, why did you just say?
I don't know.
I get it.
I don't know the copyright and trademark rules. Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Like, you about to find out.
I ain't gonna say it.
Say my name.
Say my name. Say my name.
Now, see, now.
Oh shit! Is that copyright?
Yeah.
Scratch that.
Destiny's Child.
Beyonce, don't come for me.
It's not just her.
She the only one that's probably gonna come for me.
One, she's the one
Beehive don't come for me.
She's the one that's definitely not coming for you. She's like,
Beehive don't come for me.
Who said that? Oh, okay. Okay.
What was I saying? We're gonna watch Self-Made. I don't know. I gotta look to see exactly how many episodes it is, but we're gonna watch maybe like one episode a day. Me and the girls are. And then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna watch the episodes, but we're gonna relate it to a history lesson. You know what I mean? So not only are we watching TV, we're gonna make it a history lesson. And it's an all-black cast about a black woman.
Oh yeah, that cast is fire. Like,
I
was looking at the cast and I was like, damn, I think I'm gonna watch
like
this.
That's parenting A+.
But here's
in case that doesn't get edited out, that was our children. I have no clue what they just did.
You're in a different room and you just hear a random loud noise and you just gotta pause and wait for the aftermath. Like, either somebody's about to cry, somebody finna come snitching, or chances are they freezing waiting for the same thing, waiting to see. Did they hear it? They gonna yell at me? No. It was just an awkward silence across the entire house. As, we waiting on them, they waiting on us. But were you?
I forgot what I was saying.
Okay, so do you plan on watching ahead of them?
Yes.
Because I've been hearing some mixed reviews about it, or not necessarily mixed, but there are certain famous African American male characters that that were kind of I guess you don't want to hear about that part. It was almost like how Straight Outta Compton is. Mm-hmm. You know, where so you there was Straight Outta Compton, and you know you're looking at the group and all that stuff, and you're just like, okay, you know, and I was a bit of an Eazy-E fan, you know, and like watching Straight Outta Compton, like looking at that backstory. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I don't know where you're going. I don't know.
Well, I just heard that there were certain, you know, black male characters that and they portrayed certain powerful African American men. I was like, oh man, you don't want to think about this person in that way. Like when I was watching Straight Outta Compton, I didn't want to think about basically Eazy-E kind of doing Cube and them dirty and stuff like that.
Are you saying like you don't want to think about Martin Luther King cheating on Coretta type activity? I don't know exactly what you mean. Now, I mean, I know. Are you talking about the meme that I saw where Blair Underwood always plays sorry ass husband?
No, not like that.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we'll just move forward. I'll wait. I think the words got jumbled up because you was looking at me all funky ass.
I don't be looking at you all funky.
He was like,
I was just trying to ensure that I let you finish. I wasn't doing all that.
You know how Stewie be looking at Brian every time he talked to him about that book he wrote? That's how you was looking at me. And I was just like, you know what? Let me stop before I, you know, I'm like, am I thinking about something else?
I didn't know where you was going with it.
No, it's just, you know, I don't, you know, I'd hate for, because there were other, you know, these famous black people that they knew each other, you know, they were, you know, and I hate for like the first time, I hate for you to be hearing about something for the same time, at the same time that they're hearing about it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You know, like you can watch ahead, kind of like prepare them, like, hey, this person was famous for this, but you know, that was also going on. Like when I was young, I didn't know that, you know, I'm talking about like young. All right, when I first started listening to like NWA, you know, my mom didn't know, whatever. When I first started listening to NWA, I didn't know about like Dr. Dre's history. You know, I didn't know. And it wasn't until I got a little bit older that I was like, oh, not Dre.
Well, I mean, that may fall under...
And then it made sense. And I was like, oh, well, you know, NWA, you know.
That may fall under one thing that I do plan on them doing is fact-checking the certain parts of the movie. Because I already know that there are certain things in the movie that were adjusted and changed.
Like what other famous characters? I'm gonna look at the real quick. What other famous characters were portrayed in the show?
So I don't know her name.
I haven't watched ahead.
I don't know her name. But the character that Madam C. Walker goes to get her hair done. And I don't know if she's portrayed as white or if she's portrayed as mixed. Her Carmen. So whoever Carmen plays in the movie, where I guess it's supposed to be like Octavia's character.
What kind of cast listing is this? Usually when you show a cast, you show like who they're playing. I mean, you know who they're playing, but I want to make sure I'm correct.
But her, and I'm assuming I don't know who she plays in the actual movie, but I was reading just random articles that was saying that they weren't actually at odds. That she... Addie? Is that the name? I don't know. Anyway, the lady that does Octavia's hair, I know that they were saying that in the movie they're portrayed as like she doesn't want Octavia to succeed. She doesn't want Madam C.J. Walker to succeed, and she tries to like interfere with her success. That's part of the storyline. However, they were saying in real life she was actually an advocate of Madam C.J. Walker, and she actually assisted her in her journey to become this successful hair entrepreneur. So that's one of the things that I want the girls to fact check, because I mean that's just something that happens in these inspired by movies. You know, you have the actual facts, and they're like,
And I think from what I'm particularly talking about, I can't remember who it was, but you know, I'm scrolling through Facebook or whatever, and somebody was talking about the show, and they were like, I didn't like the way Booker T. Washington was portrayed. You know, he was portrayed as this.
I didn't even know he was in the movie.
Well, I that's why I was looking. I was like, I'm trying to think. I was like, do I have my shows mixed up, or you know, am I? And I'm looking through, and I was like, yeah, there's this episode where, you know, I think it says Roger Smith is playing Booker T. Washington, that guy. Yeah, I guess he's playing Booker T. Washington. Like I said, we haven't seen the show, so don't hold us to this yet.
Right. Don't.
You know, we haven't seen it yet because we're waiting, you know, for this moment. But I guess there was this role where, you know, he was very unsupportive of what she was trying to do, and you like, Booker T, like, that's one of the good ones, like, you know, but you don't want to see that character in that light. But you know, like, the truth is the truth. And you know, I watched Straight Outta Compton, and then I was told to go watch I went to go watch Michelle's Surviving Compton, and I was like, you know, you heard about the things that you know, you see it in the news that, you know, Drayden he's being sued for this, being arrested for that, and all this stuff. But when you hear somebody else's point of view and you hear the detail of how things went, I was like,
yeah, it
made me want to, you know, I don't have CDs anymore, but it made me want to go through my music and find all the Dr. Dre stuff and just swipe left, delete. You know, it just gave me that feeling. I didn't do it, but you know.
Well, I mean, it's something that I'll definitely look into. You know, while I don't think I'll watch ahead for that. I thought you meant like watch ahead for like
vulgar, like mature scenes. Oh,
yeah,
well,
like
I mean, yeah,
her getting raped or something. You know, like I don't know. But I mean, even if it is in there, I think everything is a teaching moment. I don't think it's like, as long as it's not like TVMA, I'm not gonna worry about it. And it can be a history lesson. And hell, I mean, it's gonna hit history. It's gonna hit sex ed. It's gonna hit psychology. We're gonna have is it psychology or sociology? I think it's psychology.
In high school?
No, I mean this movie. It can be the girl's psychology lesson. It can be their history lesson. It can be their sex education lesson.
Well,
it can be their ethics lesson. It can be some of everything. But you know, all that to say, I am focusing on real life learning for the girls, learning more about their culture, because you know that's something I didn't have. Learning about
shots fired. Shots fired.
Sorry, mama. Learning about their culture. Learning about
Don't be scared now.
just real life stuff. You know what I mean? Like they already know how to do laundry, like how to cook different things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They learn their way around the kitchen.
Yeah, learning their way around the kitchen. Learn just, you know, real life stuff outside of the chores that we normally do. And then also like learning more about them, you know, from the different YouTube videos they watch, the TikTok videos, which they want me to do.
They finna do that with you. That was the parent challenge.
Yeah, the parent challenge.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's
one where they got these set questions, and the kid, like, you're reading off a set number of questions, and the kid is sitting there with their parent, and the kid has like all 10 fingers up, and they're like, put your finger down if you've ever snuck out the house, and they put a finger down. So, and for the most part, this is the first time the parent is hearing about this. Like, yo, kids,
we should do that with our parents.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be like if Corona goes back home and we can actually go where on all these summer trips we have, you know.
I'm not worried about my parents. Are you?
I'm not worried about my daddy.
Okay.
I ain't worried about my daddy. Now, Sonya Golden, on the other hand.
Mrs. Golden, though.
Mrs. Golden. that one, I would say I have to have a drink, but she'll have something to say about that.
That video will be on the page. Yes, it's
No,
definitely.
I remember wait. I ain't gonna say what we're gonna do, but whenever and
I'm gonna
if
be wearing
ever,
a face mask behind the camera.
if we're able to have a video with interview, video, whatever you want to call it, with my mother, we're gonna have something special for that episode.
Oh, it's gonna be special. buy your tickets now. All right. It's gonna be like WrestleMania.
It is not gonna be WrestleMania.
And it's gonna be all
It's gonna
one
be
side.
Jesus Mania.
All right.
Let me stop.
She gonna put her hands on you.
She probably will with some of them questions. Okay, so let's wrap up. Because we have been all over. We stayed on topic though.
That is okay.
It is okay. I'm just saying we did stay on topic, for the most part. So it was a good episode.
So we talked about, all the things that we're doing, to survive coronavirus. All right, because I like Corona.
Coronavirus. Just say quarantine. Surviving quarantine.
Yeah.
Because I really do think that a lot of cities are going to go to the stay your ass at home for the next 30 days.
I wonder if Corona's taking a hit. Because
because people are stupid.
Yeah, people are really dumb. And I'm just like, that's really dumb.
They absolutely have.
So
I mean, if we actually drank beer, I don't like beer. So
I drink beer socially. Is hey, you want a beer? Do I have to pay for it? No? Okay. All right. I'll take it.
You can give me that.
That Hennessy. That's what she was drinking.
Yeah, she go.
But yeah, let us know what y'all are doing. If you have some ideas, you got some little videos or something, just post it up, share the wealth so that everybody can have something to do, because the Lord knows that at least those of us with kids, look, all our single friends with no kids and all of our dating friends, married friends that don't have kids, look, check on us. We are not okay.
Right.
All right, letting y'all, we are not okay.
I need some adult conversation.
Yeah. And, look, my mind be burnt out because, with my job, I deal with teenagers all day. So what we're going to finish off with is, look, hey, y'all, look. Let's try to do your part. Let's try to do our part to make this thing pass. Stay your ass at home.
Oh, yeah.
All right, look, if you don't have to go somewhere,
don't go.
Then don't go.
And I mean, I'm gonna just say, I was guilty of that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't take it seriously, but I'm urging people to keep your ass at home.
I didn't take it. Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't take it seriously, but I'm one of those you gotta laugh to keep from crying type of people. And I think I don't know, maybe the last episode, the episode before, I made a joke about coughing in the aisle of a grocery store or something like that. But look, it's realistically, see, there you go.
For those of you that are just listening, I'm putting my face mask back on. I don't even know. Can you hear me? Is it muffled?
The mic is reacting, so.
Keep your ass at home.
Like Katana. But yeah, so yeah, stay at home. All right, don't be out there coughing on folks. All right, look, I'm not that important where people gonna do what I'm doing anyway. So whatever. Don't use me as an example. But yeah, guess we're gonna call that a wrap because her glasses are fogging up as I speak. I kind of want to keep this going to see how long it's gonna take her to notice it. But,
I noticed it. My glasses fogging up, bro.
All right, well,
I gotta breathe through my teeth.
Holla at y'all.
Oh, that'll be cute. Bye.
Bye.